Hi, I'm just setting everything up here at the moment, so please do bear with me. And of course I've got my coffee on. And this tablet is really, really slow, so whether I need this light on, so right here I might just dim it down a little. And coffee on, boiling or bubbling away. And whether this thing is working, who knows? Okay, so it does appear like this may be working.
John just donated $49. Legend. This is a test donation for $49. Oh.
Okay, well it does appear that Streamlabs is working, so hopefully we've got somebody will come on and say hello and chat. And I must set this angle up a bit more. And I mean, this is still all a learning process of this Streamlabs, so you do have to bear with me, and I apologise for any glitches. And I don't know if I've got anybody here or not. We may have somebody, but please say hello if you're here. And yeah, this coffee can percolate for another 5 minutes and then it'll be ready for me to pour it out. And it does say we've got 3 watching, so that's a bit of a surprise and nice to see. So please do say hello and don't be shy. And yeah, how's our audio and video quality? And coffee getting very close to being done, so that's good. And we do seem to be quite blurry here, so don't know if this can be altered. And yeah, just waiting on somebody to come by. And I'll drop this temperature a little on my coffee as it percolates. And it does say we've got 4 watching, so that's a bonus. And you know, the chat does seem to go pretty slow on this thing, so if I'm missing something, please forgive me. And I'll just give this Streamlabs another test run. Oh, hi there, Hal and Harry. Yeah, I'm still setting up, but yeah, thank you for dropping by, and it's nice to see you. And I've got the coffee on boiling, so I can have a cup in a minute. And it's just after 10 here. It's about 7 past 10, and you know, the weather here is chilly and light rain this morning. And I did look earlier, I think it's about 60 degrees or something, but I'll have to check that again. It's hard to keep up with. And yeah, once I can see what I'm doing and this thing's working, I'll be off with these glasses. And yeah, I'll just give Streamlabs a bit of a test run. Hopefully it's working. I think it did work earlier, but sometimes with these things it's a little bit hit and miss. And I used to have the text come up here on everybody's chat, but it's not coming up. So you know, this is well, that works.
John just donated $57. Legend. This is a test donation for $57. Oh.
And that John is a real legend. Oh yes, 6:08 p.m. getting cloudy. Oh, hi there, Prep for it. Nice to see you. Text here. I must get rid of that. I don't know why that shouldn't show up for everybody. So you know, I'm still okay. We'll try that. That might be better with that, because we don't really need that up on everybody's screen. I was just hoping to get it up on my own screen. But yeah, Prep for it and Hal and Harry on the Prairie, a big thank you to you both for coming by. I really appreciate it. And it does appear that my coffee might be done, so I will pour. Oh shit. Yeah, hitting my chair. I'm very limited for space here, so it's a bit of a nuisance, so bear with me. So a couple of scoops of this fake sugar and pouring out some coffee. And I guess it'll be blasted hot now. And a little bit of evaporated milk. Arielle Blur, I'm making a racket with this bloody chair. But anyway, that is what it is. And yeah, I hadn't had my coffee yet this morning, so having my coffee will definitely make things better, I'm sure. And, you know, make Ariella less bloody blur. Oh, yowza, that's hot. But it should be, I guess. Oh, yes, good. That text box is gone, yeah. So, yeah, hopefully everything will work now. You know what it's like so early in the morning, and or you know, when I'm trying to set up live streams, and I'm still learning on how this thing works. So you know, this Streamlabs with the prism, so you do have to forgive me and bear with me on that. So once again, I've got it running here on this tablet computer until it stops with low bat, or you know, whatever with the battery. And an alert on this, and yeah, that's working, but I've got to adjust the text size on that alert. But anyway, we will get it all worked out. So who have we got here? I see Hal and Harry on the prairie and prep for it. Do we have anybody else here? And yeah, what has everybody been up to today? Oh, good. So yeah, you know, here is boarding, and it's light rain at times. Certainly not flooding like other parts of the country. I'm a lot far south of all that, so yeah, no rain down here, or no flooding down here, I should say. It's just some light rain here today. Oh yes, so you're having, Hal and Harry, you're having 12-hour work days and prep for it. Out shopping, then some cleaning. Oh yep. All good fun, isn't it? So it will be interesting to see who does come by, and it's probably a bit late for Dustin to come by. I'm guessing it's probably like about midnight or 11 p.m. or something in the UK. I've now all been messed up with the time differences since everybody's clocks in the UK and the US and Canada have all sprung forward an hour. Ours haven't fallen back yet for the fall, so I think there's a month to go yet before they'll let our time go back to the real time. And of course, you know, the way it is now, it's still dark at 7 a.m. with this daylight saving or summertime, but you think, oh my goodness, crazy. I mean, I'd rather if they didn't have it, but you know, they let it go on far too long. But me, I've never really been a real fan of it, you know, when I've been in places that have it. But, you know, what can you do? Governments seem to love it, so we probably stuck with it. And who else have we got here? It does say 5 watching, but probably with me got it running on a computer or two for diagnostics or what have you. Yeah, jet lag, yeah, I got used to that too. So, you know, maybe that's showing up as a couple of viewers because I've got it running on a couple of different computers just to, you know, diagnostics for any problems that may sort of pop up with these Streamlabs. And you know, as I said, it's very much still a learning process with this device or this program. So that is what it is. And you know, it sort of keeps everything very interesting. And I will see if I can check what the temperature is. So just, you know, just so that I know. I don't think I've ever checked the temperature on this so so that could be very interesting. So we'll just see what this comes up with the weather. And oh, an error occurred, yeah. Typical Windows. That's what this thing is. It's a Windows tablet computer, and yeah, errors happening. Yeah, that's Windows. Oh yes, so 48 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's starting to warm up your way. Prep for it. So yeah, it seems like your spring has come. So oh, I see we've got another one come on here. So everyone, if you come in, please don't forget to give me one of those. And if you're going to give me those, push that one twice. So yeah, 9 degrees or 48 Fahrenheit there, prep for it. And mid-60s where you are, Harry. So yeah, I guess it looks like your spring has sort of come. So yeah, that's probably a good sign. And our fall or our autumn here is definitely come. And a bit earlier than most years, because summer here generally likes to hang on. You know, oftentimes summer can really hang on until even early April down here. You know, although it's officially fall or officially autumn, the weather pattern is still, you know, often holding on to summer, you know, for quite some months. Oh, Lady of Huntington. Oh, hi there, Mel. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm still getting this Streamlabs worked out, so you know, you've got to bear with me. There's a fair bit of fine tuning and what have you. So it sort of keeps me on my toes, I guess you could say. And what's the weather like in Tassie this morning, Mel? Any rain or any flooding, or is that just much further north than all of us? And I believe that I saw the flooding sort of like Sydney and further north than Sydney along the east coast, but I may be wrong about that. I'll have to watch Mike's channel again and just see what Mike's up to. I saw he had the floods the other day when I watched one of his videos. And Mike, we're talking about, oh, what's the name of his channel? Arielle-Viking. I can't think of it now. Somebody might enlighten me. He's in New South Wales and he's got a small farm and he grows gardens and he's in Shed Wars, and for the life of me I can't think of what his channel name is now, but it'll come to me later. And I'm just having my morning coffee as I run this live stream as well. And yeah, Hal and Harry, tornado season. Yeah, well, that must be quite scary, the tornadoes. I've never seen one and I'd prefer not to see one. I saw wildfires down here. Was it in January or February last year? Around Melbourne and everywhere else. And I've seen earthquakes when I lived in Jakarta, Indonesia. I saw also tsunamis, although I wasn't close to that when I was living in Indonesia, and flying over all the devastation where the tsunami hit. It was really quite dreadful to see. You know, like just hundreds of square miles of just brown land after that tsunami. It was just shocking. And I think from memory, was it 300,000 or 400,000 people were lost and never found, so just swept away and dead. And you know, we're looking, oh my God, when you think about it, that's 20 years ago, or almost 20 years ago when you think about that. 15 to 20 years ago. So yeah, it's quite a long time ago now when you think about it. And you know, of course, in those times I was living in Jakarta, and you know, like even the time of 9/11 I was living in Jakarta then. So all the bomb scares in 2001, and you know, all the scares about certain subversive groups around Indonesia, and whenever you drove into a mall, like they'd check your car, you know, mirror underneath and this metal detector thingy, and open your hood and open your trunk and check everything in your car, the security. And then, of course, you know, when you're walking into a mall or anywhere, there was security and they were checking your bags. And, you know, if you had sort of like bulky clothing on, they'd be patting people down with bulky clothing just in case they had some sort of a horrible vest on or something and meant harm. So that was certainly interesting times. Oh yes, so yeah, Harry, they don't bother you, or didn't bother you until the one that hit Joplin in May 2011. I have a new respect for tornadoes. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I could really see that, yeah. Yeah, that would make me crazy, Howard. Well, I mean, it was just a part of life, and it wasn't the same sort of thing of, how they're restricting people's freedom now with all this stuff that's been going on for the last bit over a year. Oh, excuse me. But, there was such a threat with JI and Jamiah Islama, or whatever they called themselves, and these other terrorist groups that, they were just checking everybody, and, big hotels, malls, all sorts of places, that just check everybody as they come in. And it must have been a real nuisance for them to have to do it. But, after like they tried to bomb the JW Marriott Hotel in Jakarta, and then they had to go at the Australian Embassy, which I actually lived not too far from the Australian Embassy at that time, in an apartment complex called Taman Rasuna, which was on Jalan Rasuna Syed, which is the big street that runs out of the front of where the Australian Embassy was. And of course, the walls, stone walls are like higher than this roof, and they're probably like about 2 meters thick, 2 yards thick or more, all around the Australian Embassy. So of course the bomb did nothing to the Australian Embassy. It was pretty well shielded. Blew a damn big hole in the street where the bomb was, and of course in our apartment complex we lost a lot of windows. And I even had some windows cracked in my own apartment, just from, the concussion of the blast. And I was living at the time, it was on the 30th floor. And, it's something like there's 25 or there's probably 30 towers now in that apartment complex. And they're all like about 35 stories high. So there's a number of swimming pools and all sorts of things in the apartment complex, and restaurants and malls, and I was living there while I was waiting for my house to be built in South Jakarta. So it was certainly quite a crowded place to live, with a lot of people in that apartment complex. So I was glad to get out and in my own property once that was built, and it was quite interesting. Oh yes, prep for it. You get checked and questioned quite often by police. They are not too bright here. Well, ours are not too bright either. They like to beat people up and all that sort of thing, but as far as working something out or comprehending somebody's answer, they're not the brightest. In fact, they're quite bloody dim, and they're just, the Victorian police here in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, are for the large part just bloody thugs. And, it seems like that's happening in Canada too, with a lot of what I've seen on the news. Oh yes, you used to get stopped a lot until you quit drinking in bars and driving around here late at night. Yeah. Well, you know, in days gone by, they used to do a lot of looking around for DUI, but there's probably not as much of that going on now with a lot of the bars being closed and heavily restricted, and so, you know, they're busy jumping around looking for other things, you know, somebody not wearing a mask when they should be, or gathering in too larger groups. Of course, you know, there's still used syringes and littered on the streets everywhere, and you know, the drug addicts are out of control, and but of course, you know, cleaning that problem up is too much like work, so you know, that doesn't get done. They prefer the softer targets, you know. Somebody driving like 1 or 2 miles per hour over the speed limit, or you know, somebody just getting caught by a few seconds crossing a red light, or, you know, it's easier for them to go after the easy targets that you know, bring them a lot of revenue in fines. And I used to travel a lot to Singapore, and it was always said that Singapore is a really fine city. But I think this state and this city here, Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, has taken Singapore's mantle, because if there's one thing they love to do here, it's to give out very, very, very high fines. You know, and we're talking about like fines that, you know, that people could never afford to pay. You know, maybe the driving fines they can afford to pay, but you know, a lot of these fines to do with all this stuff that's been going on, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, people could never afford to pay all that, so just craziness. And I wonder if Hope for Life is still awake, or if she's just collapsed, you know, from moving house. Oh, Rescue is Love. Oh, hi there, Tara. Nice to see you. Yeah, I just I've got Streamlabs with Prism, and it doesn't show the text on my screen, so I'm having to pick up my tablet every so often, you know, just to see the text. And so if I miss anybody's text, I must apologise, because I'm still trying to catch those. And yeah, I know Tara, or Rescue is Love. I wish I had some mods here. I've given some people some mod status, but they mightn't know how to run links. I'd run some channel links. Shopping the other day. This will interest you. You know, just in the clothes shops. Because summer is done, and hopefully I'll get some more warm weather that I can wear this. But yeah, original price $20 and reduced to $7. So yeah, I think that should interest you. Because summer is done, so, but hopefully there's a few warm fall days where I can wear this. And I know a lot of people are surprised by the prices of things here. Don't know if you can see that. Sally Hansen Diamond Strength Nail Polish. Because I have my nails natural, I'm always wanting to, you know, just put a, you know, a strength undercoat and overcoat on. And that was quite cheap at $17.50. It's usually like about $20. And some Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. And that was about $10. And it's often like about $12 or $13. So, you know, if I can get nail polish cheap, I'll get it. And I don't use the dollar store nail polish because it's all pretty crappy, and you know, it doesn't stick real well, or it scratches off, you know, even when it's fully set, or some of it won't set. So yeah, you know, I'm always looking for those things. Oh yes, so you used to use those too, Tara? Oh yes, love that. So you mean my top or the Sally Hansen? Yeah, I think the messages don't flash up anymore, so it's a bit of a nuisance. And I got some new eyeliner. I must go and find you the packet for that. I've used it already. And I use eyeliner actually as eyebrow liner, and because I find it works better, and I hate the bloody eyebrow pencils, you know, the crap just doesn't stick. I'll just go and get the packet. So yeah, I'm trying this out and hopefully it will stick. I think you know this brand, Tara. And you know, I've taken it out already because I wanted to try it today. One Day Tattoo Liquid Eyeliner Pen, so it'll be interesting to see how well that one sticks. And I always go for the, you know, the long lasting, you know, the 1 day or the 24-hour one. And, you know, the lipstick I use when I'm using lipstick, I use the Maybelline 24-hour one. Because otherwise, you know, it all rubs off very quickly. Oh yes, so the top is pretty. Yeah, thank you, Tara. Oh yes, so you've got to go, Hal and Harry. So yeah, you have a great night, and thank you for dropping by, and I really appreciate you dropping by. Oh yes, I know that you love that brand. So, you know, when I saw, and I do buy that brand quite often, Tara, so, of course, you know, when you had that brand, I thought, oh, I did think of you, and, you know, knowing that you love that brand, and, I like that brand too, and I often buy, you know, products that I need of that brand, so they have really, you know, the prices aren't too bad, and it's a really good quality. And I think that tattoo pen was actually not expensive. I think it was about $5.50 from memory. I bought it about 2 or 3 days ago, and you know, of course, using it already because I needed to use it. So, yeah. And I would have given that new top a run today, but it's a little bit cool. So, you know, I've had to go this one, you know, with a half sleeve and a little bit warmer, and of course I've got a bottom layer under this too. Otherwise I'd be freezing, so it's becoming the season of more layers, so that's just how it is. And I'm having trouble at the moment. I want some mesh panel leggings, and I'm having trouble finding good ones. They all seem to be sold out. So, you know, it seems to be very much on trend down here at the moment for mesh panel leggings. And I had a pair, you know, like last year, or well, it was time to throw them out last year, I should say. I had some, you know, I'd had them a couple of years, and that's seen better days. But, you know, I do like, you know, the mesh panel leggings, and I do like the shiny black ones for something a bit different. I don't usually wear jeans, actually. I prefer leggings over jeans. And I mean, you know, I've got thick leggings on today. Don't know if you can see, but yeah, you know, thick leggings. So I just prefer them over jeans. So, you know, I'm more likely to wear them, you know, a good pair of leggings instead of jeans. Yeah, thank you, Mel. Thank you. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's funny, Prep for it. That it dissolves super glue. Yeah, Lady of Huntington, Mel. That top. I'm sure you have that shop too. That came from Best and Less. So, you know, I'd check out Best and Less for, you know, specials for tops like that. I mean, you know, $7 reduced from $20. It's quite a nice price, and I probably won't get that much use of it this year, but you know, I can just put it in the closet for, you know, when I next experience some warmer weather, you know, next spring, summer. Yeah, Sally Hansen nail polish remover, yeah. It dissolves super glue mistakes during hobbies, crafts, repairs. Oh, hi there, Desert Fun for All. Thank you for dropping by, and I really appreciate you dropping by. And you know, if anybody comes by and wants to give me a donation, I do have a link in the description for the for that. And I'll just give that a test run, and I've got to film a funny clip for that sometime. And you know, instead of, you know, just the generic clip that comes up, having a funny clip would be good. But you know, prep for it. Yeah, I'd save the money on the Sally Hansen nail polish remover, because you know, you're probably spending a lot there, and instead Oh, talking about Sally Hanson, that's Sally Hanson nail polish remover too. Oh dear. But I'd probably, you know, that's a few dollars, but I'd probably get like from, you know, acetone or nail polish remover or acetone nail polish remover from the dollar store. You know, because you may need quite a lot of it to, you know, clean up super glue, you know, mistakes far more than what we use to clean up our nails. And I mean, you'll be interested in that, Tara. You still there? I mean, my natural nails, and I'm giving them a day or two's rest after cleaning the polish off, and then I'll be, you know, repolishing them again with what I showed you that I've got new. So I've sort of had them under polish constantly for the last month, so I like to give them a day or two's rest after, you know, after removing the polish at times, after, you know, if they've been covered with polish a long time. Yeah, well, we've got just light rain here, Mel. No flooding down here. I'm the extreme southeast suburbs of Melbourne, so I'm quite far away from where all the rain is. I'm actually in an area called the Mornington Peninsula. So you're getting right down even to the lowest point of this state where I live. Oh yes, Tara, yep. You had natural nails for many years and would give them a break for a few days too, yeah. I just find it helps, and, you know, a few days break and then, you know, some moisturising of your hands, you know, with the hand and nail cream, whatever you've got. It does help things out, so... you know, it does sort of make them a little bit more durable, I guess. I don't often break nails, so... But of course, you know, if I do break one badly, well then I'm sort of looking for, you know, a blank to put over the top. But I don't really like using them if I can. Oh, good.
John just donated $91. Legend. This is a test donation for $91. Oh.
Oh, that John is a real legend. And, you know, for anybody who's interested in setting this up for your own live streams, I film, because you can't do it straight from the YouTube app, I'm afraid. I guess they don't like to miss out on their super chats for those who are eligible. So you run your live stream from, you know, your phone or your camera or whatever, using the Prism app, and then you have Streamlabs set up as well, and you add Streamlabs as a moderator to your chats, and that's Streamlabs. And Streamlabs will allow you to have like a donation link in your description, and, like, you know, if somebody donates on the donation link, your donation goes immediately, you know, if somebody donates, the donation goes immediately into PayPal. And, you know, the costs are not extreme. Streamlabs, I think, you know, YouTube takes like about 30% of the donations. Whereas, you know, a donation on this, it might be like, you know, if somebody gave a $50 donation, the cost might be something like about $1.50 or $2 at the very, very, very most. So, you know, certainly not 30%. So, you know, anybody who's interested, that's a great idea for, you know, if you want somebody to donate. And, you know, especially like if your channel's not monetized yet, it does sort of give you an opportunity that people can donate to your channel. You know, a bit like putting the buy me a coffee link on your descriptions for your normal videos, or, you know, the link in your about page on your YouTube channel. But yeah, it's, you know, the cost of filming and the cost of making YouTubes, if somebody does want to donate and help towards that, that's a really huge bonus. And I'm sure, Tara, you know about the costs of making videos. You know, the costs of like nail polishes and nail gels and false nails, nail blanks and acrylics, and, you know, UV lights and glitter and charms, and it all adds up. Oh, hi there, Grandma Sandy. Thank you for coming by, and I see that you've got some new videos that I've got to run later, so give them a watch. Oh yes, yeah, that's a bit of a hassle, yeah, Mel. Yeah, tried to put Streamlabs on your computer and end up, yeah, you need to, yeah, I don't know if it works to Explorer, and I've got Google Chrome as my browser, so I was sort of lucky with that, and lucky that I've got my passwords all saved on my Google account, and so whatever I sign into, my passwords are all saved. And of course, you know, if I'm signing into a new device, I get a text message from Google, you know, the two-step authorization thingy, which with a lot of what's going on, you've sort of got to have the two-step nowadays, because a lot of YouTube channels have been hacked, and, you know, people have lost all their videos because the hackers have, you know, deleted the videos and, you know, unsubscribed all the subscribers and done all sorts of damage. So, you know, I'd advise anybody who doesn't have it to set up the YouTube and the Google two-step authorization, just to protect yourself. And, you know, have your phone number, you know, entered, because then they'll send you a text to your actual phone, you know, you've actually got to click the link or whatever to let it sign in, or otherwise it won't sign in. And in the text it will tell you the actual device and where the device is that's trying to sign in. Oh yes, Grandma Sandy, yes, and that's a good reminder to all that you know, anybody that's interested, please check out Grandma Sandy's channel, and please keep in mind that she has an Alice in Wonderland collaboration coming up for the whole month of April. So you know, anybody who's interested. And Grandma Sandy also has some wonderful fairy gardens, and she does a lot of miniature gardening, so her channel is really wonderful to check out. Yeah, that's cool, Tara, or Rescue is Love, that you've got to run. And yeah, the kitty had her... Yeah, I understand, yeah. She would have been quite distressed once she woke up after, you know, her surgery, the spay surgery, and, you know, I've seen how, kitties and puppies are after that, and, you know, they definitely do need some mothering after that procedure. So yeah, I understand you're wanting to get to sleep and finally get some rest. So yeah, good night, Tara, and wishing you sweet dreams and a great night, and I'm hoping Kitty will be okay, and of course, you know, hoping and wishing all the best to all your kitties and puppies. And it's really lovely how you do support the pet rescue and, you know, ethical pet shelters, and, you know, adopting out pets and giving pets a new home. So, you know, a huge thumbs up to you for that, Tara, and a huge thumbs up for, you know, spreading awareness about pet rescue, and, you know, that instead of buying a kitten or a puppy from a kitten farm or a puppy farm, to check out the shelters and, you know, give somebody a new home that may need a new home that's been abandoned. Yeah, you're welcome, Tara. Most welcome, and thank you too. Oh yes, Grandma Sandy. April 1, any magical little miniature garden will be fine. I'm doing Alice in Wonderland for this. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yes, that's lovely, prep for it, that all your dogs and cats over your lifetime have been rescues. I know one of these days, Grandma Sandy, I must make something up, and I'm slowly collecting a few little figures and things, so, you know, I will do, one of these days, I will do a miniature garden, and I don't sort of have a lot of little figures at the moment, so, but I've got some from the dollar store if I can find that you might be interested in. And I've got a couple of these little, well, they're clear plastic angels. And they light up, and the lights change colour, so I should one of these days do something for you there, Grandma Sandy. Keep reminding me, and as I get some more bits and pieces, and I've got this one, but it might be a bit big for the miniature garden, I'm afraid. It's a balloon, an LED balloon that lights up with some coloured lights, and, you know, I will incorporate or bring this into a video sometime and somewhere. And maybe if I do like a nighttime live stream or something like that, it would be just brilliant. But yeah, I've got to collect a few more different bits and pieces yet, Grandma Sandy, and then I will make up a miniature garden or a miniature display. Oh yes, well, I understand, Mel. We're talking about these puppy mills and kitten mills. We're not talking about ethical breeders, ethical breeders that, breed puppies. They're breeding puppies from their much loved pets, and they're not just in cages as a handmaiden. A completely different thing to what I was talking about, Mel, with the puppy mills. Yeah, that's great, Grandma Sandy. That that the dogs that you've got have really worked out well. And I'm not just talking about puppies or kittens either. So often an older dog or an older cat might need a home. Yeah, they were nice, comfortable angels. The LED balloon I found in the mall, and the little angels, the LED angels, I got them from our dollar store here, or what they call a $2 shop here. And in those shops, everything is $2. So each angel will be $2. But sometimes if something's cheaper than $2, they might have like two for $2 or three for $2, or everything's $2. So that's the highest price per item in the $2 shops here. And they have another very useful shop here, but they closed the one here in Frankston. It's the reject shop, and I mean, of course, a lot of their things are a lot more than $2, but some things they might have even like $100 or something, but generally their items at the reject shop are like quarter the price, half the price, or 3/4 the price of the normal retail price for items. And they end up in the reject shop because the box might be scratched, or there's a printing mistake on the packaging, or it's an overrun or something like that. So, but I have to, for them, either travel 5 or 10 miles to the nearest reject shop now, or buy online, because the one in the mall that's only a mile and a half walk from here where I live has been closed. And I don't know what's going on in the mall here in this city, and we've lost a lot of the chain shops. We've lost like trying to think, Miller's Clothing, that's shut down, and a bank has opened up where they were. That closed down like nearly a year ago. And a few others in that chain have closed down. The sister stores of that chain have closed down in our mall. Not that I bought a lot from Miller's, because their quality really, when I first got here like about 5 years ago or something, they were okay. I mean, the quality wasn't brilliant, but it was okay. But like nowadays, a lot of their things, well, their clothes peel quickly, the colours run, and they're not particularly nice designs. A lot of their designs, they're very, very old-fashioned designs now, and even look very frumpy. So maybe they closed down because people just weren't buying there, because their clothes weren't particularly nice. Oh yes, foundations, yes, prep for it. Foundations that look after the soy dogs in Thailand, yeah, and yes, I certainly remember the soy dogs in Thailand, and you know, so often like outside of a house or outside of a 7-Eleven store, there'd be a couple of bowls, and you know, somebody would put out some water and some food for the soy dogs. Yeah, there were shiploads. I don't know of shiploads, so it's probably not here yet, and it's certainly not here in Frankston anyway. But yeah, I'll be looking out. I'll be looking out for them. And you know, the cost of everything these days, if you can get some things cheaper, it's always much better. I mean, a lot of the supermarket prices are just, you know, bloody ridiculous. And you know, for here, thank goodness for Aldi. They help keep the other supermarkets honest. You know, not everything in Aldi is cheaper than Coles or Woolworths, and you know, you do have to check your prices, but they've certainly made Coles and Woolworths reduce their prices for a lot of different items and things. And you know, when I'm shopping, I'll always go and have a look at Aldi, and if they have what I need, I'll get it, because they don't always have all product lines in Aldi either, so I still have to go to Coles or Woolworths just to finish off my shopping. Excuse me. And you know, like sometimes Coles and Woolworths will have some interesting promotions, you know, with the flybys or the Woolworths rewards card or what have you, that you know, spend $70 in one shop and get like 5,000 points, or you know, spend $100 in a week and get 5,000 points. So you know, some of those things are worthwhile, and you know, when you've got 2,000 points, well, each 2,000 points is like a $10 shopping voucher, so that does sort of help things along if you can do that. And but you do need to sort of check your prices, and you know, check what you really do need, and you know, not just buy for the sake of buying just to get the points, because you know, a $10 shopping voucher mightn't really be worthwhile for what you spent to get that shopping voucher. So, and it certainly wouldn't be worthwhile, you know, for your normal shopping, if you just especially went out there shopping, you know, to spend a couple of $100, and you're only getting like 1 point for each dollar you spend, so you know, on your normal shopping. So you've really got to look for the deals on that to multiply your points, or it mightn't sort of work out being really that worthwhile. Yeah, that's true, Desert Fun for All, the small mum and pop shops, yeah. Yeah, I like buying from them too. Oh yes, thank you, Prep for it, but you've got to go to work. Thank you so much for coming by and watching my live stream and chatting. It's really much appreciated. But yeah, you're most welcome, Prep, for it. Oh yes, Mel, your friend owns Shiploads. It's similar to the Reject Shop. Oh, Chicken Feed, yeah. Chicken Feed was here probably like about 3 years ago, and then they closed down. So and that used to have a lot of sort of, quite good stuff in. So I think there's a Chicken Feed. It's probably like in the next suburb over from here, in the next suburb in Frankston, or one or two suburbs over, about 7 miles away, 5 k's away, something like that, or 10 k's away. I mean, Arielle-Viking. But yeah, there's not been one of those here in this suburb. They closed it like about 3 years ago or something. And so many shops, even before all this stuff started a year ago, have been closed, and empty shops. And I suspect that around here, the real estate and the mall owners and what have you are charging too high a rent. And you see it all the time, end of lease sale, and shops that were quite popular aren't renewing their lease. And so I suspect that just to rent the premises and all that, it's just costing them too much. Oh, and that coffee's nearly cold now. Too much yapping, and my coffee gets cold. So who else have we got here? Oh, I see we've got 4 watching. Well, that's probably just 2 people, because yeah, I've got this running on this device to get the chat messages, and another device, just to keep on top of any diagnostics or what have you. And I might just quickly go and check to see that that is running. Hopefully it's running. And try clicking a dono button or something to see if that's still running. Oh, nice. It's all running on my bedside computer, so that's all good. And, I found it at times, using this Prism and Streamlabs, it doesn't always send it live. So, I've sort of just got to check that it keeps sending it live. And I've got to keep on top of this with these new programs. And so, are you still with us, Grandma Sandy, or you've had to go and do something? But yeah, everything's interesting with having to learn how this program and these apps and everything works. So it certainly keeps things interesting. And I do always like to stand up every so often when I'm running these live streams, because this seat gets a bit hard on my bum. I need a better seat for live streams, but it is what it is. So yeah. So who else have we got watching? Don't be shy, and please do say hello, and drop a message. That's most welcome. And you know, there does seem to be like more of a delay with running through this, you know, compared to like going direct through the YouTube app. So sometimes I don't sort of get your messages straight away. Yeah, we're looking at about 11:20 a.m. here at the moment, so unless a lot more come on or somebody really wants to chat, I'll probably run another 10 minutes and then finish up the live stream for today. And you know, Wednesday evening for many of my watchers, and of course, you know, Thursday morning here in this location. It can be a bit hit and miss, so you know, the Saturday evening or Saturday morning, Friday evening is okay, and probably the best amount of views I've found here is my Saturday night, Sunday morning here live streams. It seems to be a lot more views, so it can be interesting working out the times just to upload stuff. And I was going to upload a video today, and the way YouTube is at the moment, I haven't quite finished editing, and you know, it takes a long time processing the videos now to get them up to 4K, and I've still got some clips to add to that video. You know, the start clip and the end clip, and a couple of photos. But it's 16 or 17 gigabyte file at the moment. So, you know, it could end up being like a 20 gigabyte file, and I can get it up relatively quickly, like within an hour, you know, uploading. But then it could take like about 10 or 12 or, you know, even 15 hours for YouTube to you know, to render it up to 4K. Yes, that's true, Mel. It just, yeah. And it's nice to see that others are finding the same thing. You know, it's not just me. It takes so long to render up to, you know, 4K, and because I film everything and edit and upload everything in the 2160p or 4K, because I actually watch most of my YouTubes on TV. You know, I've got a large TV, like about 40 inches or whatever. And, you know, I want, you know, because I watch it on the TV, I want it to be really good quality on the larger screen, of course. So, because that's just what I watch videos on. So I'm quite aware of, the resolution on a large screen, and hopefully my comments always get through, because it's very difficult, and so often I have to come back to do it, because I put everything that everything I'll get an alert for, I put on my watch later list, and then I'll run my watch later list at night on the TV. And of course, with a TV, it's almost impossible. I know it can be done, but it's almost impossible to give a thumbs up or whatever and to comment. So I have to use my phone to comment when I'm watching on the TV. So hopefully my comments don't get sort of caught up in the spam or for review folder, because of course I've watched the whole video through, and anything that comes up on the TV, it's actually far easier to let the video run through than what it is to actually skip to the next video. So I'd say that probably most people that watch content on TV are watching the whole videos, but I automatically, every video that I watch and every video that I open, I'll watch in completion, because that's what I want for my own videos. If people watch, and I mean, we're not talking about live streams, people come and go with live streams, that's just how it is. And a live stream, often when people are doing other things, and so they drop by for a while, so that's all good. But every video that I open, or if I catch a premiere right at the start, everything I open I watch in completion, because treat others as you wish to be treated yourself. And I wish people would watch my whole videos, and I've done shorts, and you look at the analytics on the shorts, and it's about 59 seconds, and the average watch is about 10 seconds, and you say, oh goodness me, these people, they couldn't even watch a bloody minute. 5 or 10 seconds, if the average watch is 10 seconds, they probably watched 5 seconds, just enough for their comment to stick, and in the hope that I would go and watch their channel. But a lot of these people who watch ridiculously short percentage of videos, I've worked out who they are. So they can comment at whatever as much as they like, and I'm probably not going to go to their channel. But people who have great content, and people who are watching my videos through to the end, or a really good proportion, because sometimes things happen, and somebody's busy and they can't watch a 20-minute video, but they could watch 10 or 15 minutes of it. I understand. And I'll always go to those people, and those people's videos that support me, they're the ones that I will put on my watch later list and watch of an evening. Yeah, well, I know, Mel, you can't always comment because you're busy doing something else, but it's running on the TV. And you can only do what you can do. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm just looking at all my comments here and catching up. Yeah, well, I don't actually watch normal TV shows. I mean, I watch sort of Netflix sometimes, but mostly YouTube, and I'm just so over normal TV. You know what I mean? The news, it's all bad news, and it's all just one view and one opinion, and you know, they're putting opinions on the news, and I wish they'd just run the bloody news story without telling us what we should think about it. You know, let us all make up our own minds on the story. You know, be neutral about the story and just run the bloody story, and that's it, without their commentary. Then, you know, it's a lot of these, you know, your TV programs, drama. It's not like drama shows of old. I mean, drama now, it's all got a certain agenda, and, you know, it's not just pure entertainment, but they're trying to sell, like, you know, somebody's view or what have you. And all these reality shows, you know, and even most of the cooking shows, you know, and the renovation shows and that, they're not about the cooking, they're not about the renovations. It's all about, you know, somebody bitching at, you know, the other participants, or, you know, everybody hating on each other, or, you know, it's all about that, and it's not really about the cooking or the renovation. So, you know, just bringing up another channel here. And yes, Grandma Sandy, if you're still here, I buy recommendations. And everybody who's watching, this one here in the middle, oops, that's the thing when I press things on this tablet, and then, you know, the wrong stuff comes up at times. How to put together Easter display for under $10 with Grandma Sandy. So that's a good one for everybody to check out. And I will run this one later as soon as I finish the live stream, Grandma Sandy. And, you know, as I do, save to watch later. So, you know, as soon as I see an alert for something I want to watch, I'll put it on my watch later. And I've got a fair bit of work to do again this evening because, you know, I was running the watch later last night and fell asleep, so that often happens. And then I'll wake up at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. and watch later is still running, and, you know, watch later. Heaps and heaps and heaps of videos. So I've got a lot of watching to do. And, you know, don't know if that's showing up, but I've watched just about everything on the watch later list, and often before, you know, by the time I get around to commenting and thumbs up, I might have watched something like about 2 or 3 or 4 times. It does happen. And yeah, 63 videos on my watch later, so I've got a lot of work to do with that, but that'll be later today and tonight. Yeah, so true, Grandma Sandy. Yeah. Oh, I can't read that text. I've got to put my glasses back on. Yeah, that's true, Grandma Sandy. You know, the times I just sit back and listen to everybody talk, yeah. And yeah, watching Netflix or watching YouTube, and don't watch, yeah, regular TV. Regular TV, it's all just so depressing, and you know, even cable TV, and you cost a, you spend a lot of money, it costs a lot of money, and it's basically, you know, they just loop the programs, and they're not much different to what's on regular TV, so, you know, it's just not really worth the money. And yeah, I wish that too, and yeah, so true, Grandma Sandy. I get tired of people telling me what I should think. Yeah, I want them to tell me what happened and let me make my own decision. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, a TV program, it's no longer a TV program, and it has some sort of, you know, politics or agenda, and you know, let us make up our own minds. You know, just tell the story, tell the news without bloody spin, and just let us make up our own minds. Yes, and that's so true, Mel, and so true, Sandy. And I must ask, did you see my angels and purchases, Grandma Sandy, or hadn't you got on yet? I forget whether you were on the live stream yet or not, so. And yeah, I do get a bit blur at times, you know. Lots of things to talk about, and, you know, people asking different questions, and then me missing comments because I've rushed through too quick. Well, I think I did show you that, yeah. And you know, I do have to do something for your miniature gardens, or you know, Alice in Wonderland, or your fairy gardens, or something like that, Sandy, and put a video up. And I was showing Tara earlier, and don't know if you're all on or not. Got some of that the other day, and that was $4.50, and I'm just testing that one out today. And I use this as an eyebrow liner. I hate eyebrow pencils and things that don't stick and rub off quick. And of course, you know, I'm giving my nails a day or two's rests before I give them another paint. And some Sally Hansen Diamond Strong that I got just the other day, and that was $17.50. And I think that was from Woolworths from memory. And they're Insta Dry, Sally Hansen Insta Dry. That was $9.50, so that'll be a job later today to do these nails again. And because our summer is over, they've got these sales on. So a nice top that hopefully we get a few more warm days yet for the fall or the autumn that I can wear it. Otherwise it'll be going away for next year. But original price $20 and reduced to $7, so quite a good saving. So yeah, I'm always busy hitting the shops to see if I can get any bargains, so that doesn't always happen, that bargains are found, but sometimes I get some bargains, so make life a little bit easier. Oh yes, you must have missed it. Yeah, well, that's sad. It was just earlier in this live stream that I was, you know, showing things, so you might have missed this too. And these were from the dollar shop and they light up. Or our dollar shops, they're actually $2 shops here. And, you know, I'm still collecting some figurines and bits and pieces, and I will be doing a display for you for one of your playlists, Grandma Sandy, one of these days. So at the moment, you know, I'm just collecting without spending too much money if I can, so bear with me as I collect things that I need. Yeah, well, that's interesting. And you stopped doing the miniature gardens for about 1.5 years, but it makes you happy to do them, so you're back. Yeah, so true, Sandy. And yeah, the weather's pretty hard on like fairies and, you know, different figurines and like even gnomes and things, and you know, they fade and the paint chips off them, and they even get brittle and break really quickly if they're left outside. So yeah, if you can bring them in somewhere, you know, that they're at least sheltered from the weather, it is a lot better and they'll last much, much, much longer. And, you know, that's the thing with, you know, figurines here. The sun, and the sun especially in the summer, it's so harsh with the UV rays that often these things don't last very long outside here. It really, you know, it really gives them a hard time, so it's best if you can bring them in. And yeah, I say we've been running 1 hour and 45. Wow. Yes, you love the beautiful pattern and the cherries. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Sandy. Yeah, it was the last one left on the rack when I was in the shop, but yeah, that looks nice. The only thing I pity about that one, because I really liked it, and I hope it doesn't show up when I wear it, it's about 2 sizes too big. So, you know, I may even have to get on the sewing machine and bring in the seams or something, because if it does look, but you know, for that price, for such a special, I couldn't sort of let it go, and it was the last one on the rack. So yeah, they do look pretty cool that they light up. You mustn't have been on. I'll show you my balloon too, and I'll be using that sometime as well. I've got to get everything together, and I might sort of do a filming at night. you know, just so the light shows up. But yeah, it's a balloon. It's fairly thick, but it's got coloured LED lights. And of course, you know, this time of day isn't the time to really show it off. But if I film something at night and turn the lights off, it should be just brilliant. So I've got to think up a display that I can, you know, build that or put that in with. And I could probably film it outside, but it's been so windy lately that it's not really going to be able to be done until the wind stops blowing. So, but you know, it should make for something interesting. Oh, hi there, Laurie. Yeah, I'm not always looking at this, so you know, I do miss messages, and so I've got to pick up my tablet to sort of see the messages, because with this Prism and the Streamlabs that I'm using, it's not showing up on the screen where I'm filming from. So, you know, I do miss things at times, and I've got to scroll back to see. So thank you so much for dropping by, Laurie, and I've got your video, your Techie Tuesday, that I haven't had a chance to comment on yet. I missed it when you were live. I was doing something else, or I was out at the shops or something. But I do have it on my watch later list to run through, so I'll watch through that and leave you a comment, and sort of, you know, time sort of sometimes gets on top of us. So, but yeah, I definitely will be watching and leaving you a comment. But yeah, that's how it is, Sandy, that you know, we collect for future projects, because oftentimes, you know, the costs could really sort of escalate if you don't do that. And you know, I like how you can reuse, you know, so many of your items, Sandy. And you know, I was watching last night, it was, where you had the lamp, and you know, I'd seen the lamp that you've got in many different videos, and how you set everything up that it's, you know, a new refreshment, and it really looked lovely. Oh yes, it's all good, Laurie. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's true, Sandy, that, you know, and I'm probably going to have to find somewhere to do it in the house, because you know, the weather conditions here don't always lend themselves to filming, you know, like a miniature garden outside, because you know, the wind's too much, or and you know, like today's live, I was going to do that outside, but not a hope when it was raining this morning. So I sort of had to come inside. So I do like to do a live outside if I can, but oftentimes, you know, the weather's not really in favour of that. So yeah, just refreshing everything on this screen again, just to see that I haven't missed anything. And you know, I've sort of got to do these things having a tablet computer or something nearby, you know, just to catch the comments and just to do some diagnostics or whatever, because now that I'm using another app to run my live streams, there is a bit more work. And I was talking about earlier, Laurie, about how I'm now using the Prism app to actually film with, but running Streamlabs through and having Streamlabs set up as a moderator on my chat. And, you know, if you look down below, Streamlabs allows donations for your live. So, you know, I have a donation link in the description. And I'll click the button once it refreshes and you can see what it does. And I've got to film a new clip to for the donation, but you know, that's your Streamlabs. And you know, I keep that running on a computer just so that I can test things and do diagnostics. But I'll just click this test button and you can see what happens. And yeah, I know, Laurie, with your teaching of the different programs and whatnot for YouTube and editing programs, you'd be most interested in this one.
John just donated $23. Legend. This is a test donation for $23.
And that John surely is a legend. I wish he was real. But like, if you click on that link, I'll just bring it up for you, Laurie, because I know that you'll be interested. I don't know if you can see. I've got to put my glasses back on to see what I'm doing here. Yeah, that's true, Mel. The weather will keep getting cooler now. Yeah, you're sort of like me with the weather. Tasmania maybe a little bit cooler, but you know, pretty similar to like Melbourne or southeast Victoria, where I'm at. So I think the summer is really done and finished now, and the warm weather. There might be the odd nice warm day, but like in the description, that top link here in blue, that's the actual donation link. And if I click on that, I know you'll be interested in this one, Laurie, and probably others are interested as well. This computer's very slow, I'm afraid. I've got to get a new, faster computer. I have like the bedside computer, but this is my tablet computer. And it's a few years old, so it's quite slow. But like when you click on that, it brings up a link and you can just put like your figure for a donation, and it works through PayPal and whatever. And like if somebody donates, that cash, whatever they donate minus the small fee, goes straight to your PayPal. So, you know, for others who run live streams, it's certainly very, very interesting and worthwhile, you know, for you to look into. Because, you know, the cost of the cost of YouTubing can be quite prohibitive. Yeah, do check that one out, Laurie. And I had somebody help me set it up. Dustin of Bushcraft Tools. He's a larger channel. He's probably got like about 80,000 subscribers now, and he's really been a great help to me with YouTubing, and one of the few bigger channels that's really brilliant for helping out others. But you know, Dustin and Cammy are personal friends of mine, so you know, I might explain things a little. But you know, he does quite often drop by on my live streams, or he might occasionally comment on my videos. But you know, like a lot of larger channels, you know, they'll watch our videos, but they don't really have time to comment. Dustin was saying, oh, my cooking videos have given him so many ideas for different things that he wants to cook out in the woods. So that's really wonderful and really welcome. So anyway, Laurie, getting back to this Streamlabs, I film with my phone, but like if you filmed with a camera, you know, through and then using your phone Bluetooth as a controller, I use the Prism app for actual filming and to run it, and the Streamlabs works in the background, and you've got to add the Streamlabs as your as a moderator to your chat or to your channel. But you know, something well worth you to check out, and could be like a subject for one of your upcoming Techie Tuesday live streams. So I'll see if I can get that up for you again, and you can have a look, and you know, just so that you know what it looks like. But like that's what it is. I hope this screen's not reflecting too much, that you can see just what it is, and you can sort of look it up then, and like you've got all these different functions and test buttons for, you know, like if somebody subscribes to your channel, I believe that would even come up. Super chat. If you've got merchandise, like a merchandise store, you could even like have that come up, you know, like if somebody that's just me hitting the merchandise test button. Like if you've got, you know, your merch store connected up through this, that will actually put up an alert for that if somebody bought merchandise.
John just donated $42. Legend, this is a test donation for $42.
And that's just me, like just clicking the test button for test donation. So that's the free version of Streamlabs. And you don't need to buy the Prime one to do these things. Just the Prime gives you a few extra features, but you've got to work out, do you really need those features? And I think the Prime, It's like about $10 or $12 per month, and that's done in one payment. So you know, unless you think you really need that one, it could be quite expensive. Yeah, well, you are appreciated, Laurie, and often I only get to watch, you know, your Techie Tuesday after the event because, you know, the time difference here is pretty crazy, so it can be hard for me to watch something live at times. But yeah, that's this one. It's Streamlabs, not Streamworks, that a lot of people are using, but Streamlabs. So I don't know if Streamworks would allow you to do those things. Streamworks seems to be more about allowing multiple people on the one live stream. But yeah, the Prism app, yeah, it's interesting, and it does take a bit of setting up, and you've got to, like, every time you start a live stream, I'll just bring up my mirror. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. You've got to allow on these boxes the different things. Like if I put that up, if that works, it should run people's text, but it runs people's text on the actual screen that sort of shows up for everybody. So, you know, it does get a bit annoying. I'll just put a text in and see if that works. Just a random hi text. Oh yeah, I understand, you know, it gets a bit distracting to do Techie Tuesday live because, you know, you're trying to do something and then, you know, people are asking questions. It does sort of get distracting. So we should have a text in a minute. There's a bit of a delay, so that's one thing I've found is, you know, things delay much more than what it does through the app. I mean, through the app, you know, the YouTube app, my live stream seems to be pretty much instant. Excuse me. But, you know, I can see, you know, you can probably see what I've got set up. I use my phone. I've got a Samsung top of the line Note phone that I use, and you know, I've got everything set up on a large long tripod. And the other day I ran out my battery during a live stream, so this time I've learnt my lesson and I've got the power bank plugged in as I film. So I'll just click back here and I'll turn that off. But like, you've got to have, to allow donations, you've got to have like your donation clicked, you know, and I believe I could also, bear with me and see if that works, run a video file. Okay everybody, well my coffee's now been cold brewing for 24 hours. So I'll put the top on this and down with the plunger. And I'll make my coffee and give my verdict on how this works as a cold brew coffee. So another feature of your Streamlabs and
So a couple of teaspoons of this artificial sweetener, which I absolutely love.
And this one, it's an unedited film clip that I have coming up sometime in the future, but it's
and
interesting.
I'll just dump a couple of chunks of ice into this
that I can run
just to
an
help it
actual
along.
video clip on.
Well, I'll see if I can get a better camera angle to pour. So mixing this through. And it certainly comes out a lot lighter in colour than percolating it. So adding some evaporated milk and some full cream milk. I'll give it a good mix. And I'll give my verdict. And as a cold brew, I think I'll give this one about an 8. Much improved on percolating or with the coffee press hot, and no bitter notes when I cold brew it. I've got to have one of these cookies. So I'm going to thank everybody for viewing. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and smash that little bell so that you get alerts. Give me a thumbs up and a nice comment, and please share my videos and help my watch time along so that I can monetize my channel finally. Take care, God bless, and until next time, bye bye.
So that's an interesting feature. So I don't know if you sort of knew that you could do that one, Laurie, but you know, something for you to look into, and that's through Prism as well. And you know, whatever video clips that you have saved on your phone, like if you film with your phone or you're, you know, using your phone as a, you know, controller with your camera, that you can just bring up video clips and run them during your live stream. But yeah, that's really cool. And that's the first time with this live stream that I've actually tried running a video clip that I've got saved on here in my live stream. That's a clip I've got to edit into another coffee video, a coffee tasting video that I've got to do sometime. I've filmed the video, but I've got to actually edit it. And I've got something like about 5 different videos that I've got to edit. So, you know, there's one that I'm working on at the moment, a lasagna video that I haven't sort of put the you know, the intro or the end clip on yet, but I've sort of got the bulk of the video sort of edited, and that could be like a Friday upload, because I'll finish editing it today. There's not much work to do with that, and put it up today. But you know, I film everything I film and I upload now in 2160p or 4K, and it can take like 10 or 15 hours for YouTube just to render my video up to 4K. You know, and for a long time, you know, once I put a video up, for a long time, it's only like available in like 360 or 750, whereas, you know, I'm wanting it in the 2160 before it's available for people to view. So because I do my viewing on a large screen TV, and so I sort of appreciate sort of, you know, how having a higher resolution really does make things look bigger or look better on the big screen. So it's sort of, you know, it just takes a long time to do. And I think this video at the moment is like 16 gigabytes, and by the time I finish it completely, it'll be like about a 20 gigabyte file. So it takes YouTube a long time to render. And I'm not sure how you do, but I've probably got to set it up beforehand to have some more videos available to run. But you know, I don't sort of have the picture-in-picture capability on my other editing apps. So I believe that I could use this Prism as an editing app for picture-in-picture. And, you know, not just talking about photo-in-picture, but, you know, 2 actual different video streams running on the same screen and running in the same video. So I'm actually going to try that in one of my videos just to see how that works and how it looks, to have a picture-in-picture, and it would be really, really cool. Yeah, different times of the day, yeah, like it'll upload quicker, but you know, a 20 here, and it's not my internet, I think it's YouTube, you know, with the amount of files that they probably have going up every day and all the time every day, that it takes me generally about an hour to upload a 20 gigabyte file. Whereas I know with my internet connection that I use here, you know, that through the internet I could actually stream or upload or what have you, or I should say upload to the tablet, you know, to the cloud or whatever, a 20 gigabyte file in about 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm sure that it's, you know, YouTube that's, you know, just choking things up. And I guess, you know, with all the different files I've got being uploaded all the time, that their servers can only just run so fast. But yeah, I think you'll find, Laurie, this Streamlabs and this Prism will be quite interesting for you to explore, and it would be good for like your Techie Tuesday for a different subject. You know, when you're looking for a different subject, you know, how to run Prism and Streamlabs, for example, and have all these other different cool features, and you know, I find, you know, I love the donations link. Obviously, I've had a few generous viewers that, you know, it really helps things out. Yeah, first you'll need to figure them out. Yeah, well, they do take a bit of figuring out, and there's probably tutorial videos on YouTube about them too. And I must have a look myself. I mean, I had Dustin helping me out to do it, but I must look up and see for their tutorial videos, because they'll probably show me some new features that none of us knew about. So it would be really interesting. And I mean, just playing around now, I found out that I can do the picture-in-picture running, you know, an actual video during the stream. I mean, we could all run the video through the, you know, during the stream using two devices, and, you know, the one device filming the other device, but that doesn't give you the best quality. But being able to run a video window in this is really useful. And I must have a look later and see just how, you know, by replaying this stream, just how the quality was of the video in video. So it says we've got 5 watching, but I'm sure probably a couple have gone to sleep or gone to do a couple of other things. And I think looking at this, to run a video, I would probably have to save or allow the video when I'm setting up Streamlabs before the stream. I don't know if I could actually do it during the stream. I'll just see. Oh, it looks like we got some. We've got some different features here, so. So, yep, Camera Pro. Yeah, I'm learning how to use this thing, so oh, we've got a share link. I'm sharing it to Facebook. And we're still running by the look of it, so well, that's run. I can actually share this to my social media. I can share while directly from the screen while the live stream's running. So yeah, this is probably an education for whoever's watching. Yeah, thank you so much, Laurie, and I really appreciate you coming by, and I wish you a really fantastic week too, and enjoy your dinner, and God bless and all the best. And we've been running 2 hours and 21 minutes, so I'll let this live stream run about another 10 minutes unless somebody comes on, and then I'll call it a day. But since we've had Laurie stepping out, I'll get up and I'll have a bit of a stretch and whatnot after running for, a live stream running for over 2 hours and me sitting on my bum and getting a sore bum. It's good to take a bit of a stretch every so often. So I'll be around. So, give me about 4 minutes or 3 minutes and I'll be back. So I'll have a go at running this again, this clip again, because that will be interesting for anybody who wants to know how Streamlabs works and Prism works. So I believe we can.
Okay, everybody. Well, my coffee's now been cold brewing for 24 hours. So I'll put the top on this and down with the plunger. And I'll make my coffee and give my verdict on how this works as a cold brew coffee. So a couple of teaspoons of this artificial sweetener, which I absolutely love. And I'll just dump a couple of chunks of ice into this just to help it along. Well, I'll see if I can get a better camera angle to pour. So mixing this through. And it certainly comes out a lot lighter in colour than percolating it. So adding some evaporated milk and some full cream milk. I'll give it a good mix. And I'll give my verdict. And as a cold brew, I think I'll give this one about an 8. Much improved on percolating or with the coffee press hot, and no bitter notes when I cold brew it. I've got to have one of these cookies. So I'm going to thank everybody for viewing. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and smash that little bell so that you get alerts. Give me a thumbs up and a nice comment, and please share my videos and help my watch time along so that I can monetize my channel finally. Take care, God bless, and until next time, bye bye.
So that's all very interesting. And I've learned a new feature to this Prism, or this Streamlabs now today. So fascinating that I can run it a full screen or a small screen, whatever I wish to run. So whoever's still watching, do give me a hi quickly, and you know, let yourself be known, because I'll let this run, the live stream, about another 5 minutes, and then I'll call it a day. But this has been really quite interesting with all the different features on this Prism app and the Streamlabs. And it looks like that I'll probably be adding the Prism to being a tool with my editing as well. So anyways, I am going to thank you all for watching, and I'll end this live stream now as time's getting on. Oh, excuse me. So take care, God bless, and until next time, bye bye.